Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to give a huge thanks to the 12 or 13 people that actually subscribed and the 150 views I got on the first video. In today's video, we're going to be going ahead and putting on our rear main, cam seals, and maybe the front crank. It just depends on how this Woodruff key comes out. So yeah, let's get started. Now, I'm still waiting on my engine stand to come in, so this might be a little bit of a hassle, but we're going to try to make it work for now because I want to get started on this thing while it's still semi kind of warm out. All right, so we're going to start with the rear main, just to go ahead and knock that out because it's going to be the easiest to get to. I went ahead to Harbor Freight and just picked up a little 7-piece hook set to kind of hook in here. You can do this multiple different ways. I've seen people use wood screws to get these out or these hooks. Either one, it's going to work. You also want to make sure when you're doing this to take your time whenever you're trying to pull this out so you don't gouge any of the surfaces on the back side or middle. So we're just going to take our time here, trying to press this through. I'm just going to take this little pick and just a rag and kind of go in here, kind of make this pretty dry. Now I ordered the whole kind of press kit from NA Miata. So I'm going to be using the rear main seal press for this. You're just going to want to use your flywheel bolts, and it's going to be a 17 to press this back in. Looks like we're going to want to get it started a little bit. Not too bad. All right. Now that you have that in, you're just going to want to slowly just kind of get these started. And you just want to go till these are kind of snug. And that should be good. And there we go. Looks to be in pretty good. All right. On to the next. So now that we have the rear main seal done, I think I'm going to go ahead and start on the cam seals, but I'm going to go ahead and put it at top dead center first before I take any of this time and stuff off, because I think it'll just make it a little bit easier whenever I do get to that point. So I guess I'm just going to go ahead and start by taking off the valve cover. That way I can just go ahead, because I've already got the lower pulley off, I can't really adjust at the top dead center now. So I'm just going to do it by one of the cams. Make sure to put these somewhere safe. Always label your bolts, or just put them somewhere where you know they're going to be at. And also, whenever you go to retorque these back on, just make sure you're torquing them to the correct spec, because these can snap really easy. I've got an extra set over there, so luckily if you do snap them, you can normally just easily get them out by the bottoms. Obviously, you don't want to have to go doing that, so just make sure you keep up with those. I'll pull the valve cover gasket off. Now this is going to be a 14 mil for this. We're just going to, you can honestly use anything that's deep enough for this. I think I'm going to try to use these sockets. It may already be really close, but there we go. And that'll be top dead center. You can also check by looking down here or making sure these are lined up. Also, just to kind of help me in this case, I'm going to go ahead and take this off for your thermostat housing. Actually, I might leave that on. It's not in the way. Fuck it, I'll leave it on. No point in taking extra shit off that I don't need to take off. Well, actually, it looks pretty good in this one. But first, just in case, I'll go ahead and throw this spark plug back in. We'll be replacing these at a later time. But for now, I'll just go ahead, re-thread it in just a bit. Gonna save ourselves. Now I did get the whole kit for all of the presses. It also came with this bar that you can attach, maybe here to here, or just wherever. I guess you can make it fit to put back on, to put back on your crank pulley. So we're just gonna go ahead and slide this in. May have to play with this a little bit to get it to work. Actually, they don't recommend you use that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our adjustable wrench . Who the fuck put them on? We might not fucking do those. That just depends. I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to damage anything, so I might just leave those on. There we go. Okay. They fucking tighten them things up. Now they do say in the, which whenever I take this off, it's gonna throw the whole damn timing off anyways. One of these might spring forward or backwards, but just make sure you put them on the same way, because if you don't, then your timing will be fucked up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and loosen this tensioner. right here, so I can pull this belt off. Motherfucker. There we go. Now we can re-loosen this. Probably won't come off easy, but there we go. There's our timing belt off. Now I'm just gonna lay these in the orientation on my table that they came out. That way I know whenever I go to put them back together how they go back in. But they won't be that off that long, so I'm not too concerned about it. You just don't want these to be off 180 degrees or something whenever you go to put them back on, because you will be SOL. Which mine are already marked. I'm guessing somebody's already done this before, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it again because I don't know if they use OEM seals or not, and I don't want to have to come back and do it later. It looks like they're not OEM. So, yeah, I'll be swapping those out. Again, just be careful. These might be a little bit softer. These seals are definitely maybe newer, but and again, I'll probably just take my rag and go back around them wherever the hell I laid it at. So again, we're just gonna get these started, and then I'm gonna use the seal press to do the rest of the work. Now, if you do go to buy these presses, they are labeled for your big nose crank or short nose, just depending on which one you have for this one. But I believe the cam seals are all the same, so just keep that in mind if you do decide to order this. I like to use my shorter ratchet for this as well, that way I'm not putting a lot of torque on it. And that is that. I'm just gonna do the same thing for the other side. And these go in a little bit easier than the rear main did. So, and there we go with those. So the cam gear torque spec is gonna be 37 to 44 foot-pounds for these bolts. So let's go ahead and do that. Wherever the hell I laid my gloves at. So I'm gonna set mine on 40, that way I'm kind of in the middle of these torque specs. That way I just don't over tighten them. Should still be set. I'm actually gonna lower this engine a hair to do this part. That way I get some leverage on it. Might have been a little bit too far, but we'll work with it. All right, we'll just double check that. There we go. And same with this side. We're gonna see if we can get this cam gear off. I've heard honestly the best way to just get this off is with a pair of pliers, so that's what we're gonna try to do today. Who knows, I might have to go purchase like a puller. Hopefully not, but Let's see. Obviously you don't want to damage the crank any. So we're just gonna try to wiggle this Woodruff key out, which actually came out good. So now we're gonna see if this pulley will do the same. And it did, for the most part. Yeah. Nice-ish. Now you can prime these a bit, just not too much. Because you can damage them. I was actually using the broken motor to play around a bit to kind of get an idea for how these came off. Because I've never done this before. So yeah. Let me get this off real quick. There. Now I'll wipe the surface clean. Get that nasty junk out of there. Gotta clean this real quick. A little bit of brake cleaner. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I would follow anything I'm doing. I've never done this before. So I just watched tons of videos. I'm not skilled in doing this by any means. I'm just trying to get this together. Potentially. Now this was definitely leaking. So good thing. I don't know if the rear main and the cam seals were, to be honest. Those look pretty good. But I went ahead and changed them anyways. So, it is what it is. Now, if your Woodruff key is damaged, you might want to replace it. That one looks to be okay. I might reuse it, but I have a better one over there I think I might use as well, so we'll see about that. Now, you have to be especially careful getting these off, just like the other side. Because you don't want to damage the crank. And now I did buy all, which this is up to you. You can buy like the NA Miata kit or whatever you want to buy, but I just went ahead and bought all OEM because I didn't want to have any issues later on. Now I'm just trying to be careful not to mar up the crank while doing this, especially where it's going to seal at. Slowly but surely coming out. I'm just trying to take my time, don't rush. Obviously, just don't mar anything up. There we go. The seal was definitely leaking. All right. Now we're just gonna clean out the inside of this like we did every other one. If you do use a pick, just be careful it doesn't poke through. any of this. Also make sure to clean the crank side as well. And I've been doing this kind of off camera, but obviously make sure your seals are the same and make sure you're not putting the wrong seals in, because that would not be good. Same thing for this one. Just obviously with this one, make sure that you have the one you need, because this one is for a big nose, and they do make the short nose ones as well. And I'm guessing if you get the wrong one, it won't work. So I'm just gonna go ahead and press this seal in a bit. Obviously, make sure you put these in the right way as well. All right, so I've got that seated. And this is my crank bolt, which this is I want to say it was a 21, but yeah, it's a 21. Okay. I was a big fan for keeping your area clean, and now my area is completely screwed and I lost the Woodruff key. I'm going to be quite honest. I've got another one, but I just wanted to see how bad this one was again before I decided on what I was going to do with that. I could have sworn I laid it right here. No, it's underneath the can. I'm not liking the way that one looks, I'm going to be honest. Go ahead and slide this back on. Now, I've heard that if you're in the northern region, trying to get these off can be a bitch. But fortunately for me, I don't have to worry about that. That other one was like completely rusted, I'm gonna be honest. Honestly, these were in like the same condition. I'm gonna be real. So, but we're gonna put this one on anyways. I don't think I've done that right. That's how it goes in the best, so I guess I have done that right. Definitely does not feel like that though. I think it just goes in this way. Yep. There we go. Now I'm guessing I can put this on. But I mean, I gotta leave that off anyways so I can do the timing belt. I'm just curious. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you don't need that on. Sweet. All right. All right, guys, that's going to be all for today's video. Please like and subscribe if you want to see some more. Next, we'll be doing a timing belt and water pump, and maybe painting the valve cover gasket. I don't know. I might have to wait on that until it warms up a little bit. I'll also be doing the oil pan gasket when the engine stand comes in. It's just not in yet, so I couldn't do that. I just wanted to go ahead and knock this out while it was a little bit warm today. Alrighty, guys. Thanks again for everybody that's watching. And I hope you guys are enjoying the build. I know it's slow, but it'll probably be slow for a little bit until it warms up. See you later.